Undoubtedly, if you have an interest in military history, you've seen this painting. It captures what is often called the 1,000-yard stare. It is used to describe the look a soldier has when they've been through an intense and difficult battle, where they lose all focus and connection to humanity and just stare off into the distance, dissociating themselves from the terrible events around them. This photo of a U.S. Marine taken after the Battle of Annawennick from February 1944 is also often used to display the 1,000-yard stare. This painting by Thomas C. Lee is known as the 2,000-yard stare. Lee was present during the Battle of Peleliu as an illustrator for Time magazine, and the scenes he saw there are what inspired the painting. Another painting of Lee's, called The Price, vividly displays the human costs of warfare. Lee landed on Orge 3 Beach on Peleliu. The landing craft he was aboard came under fire. A mortar round passed so close to him, he said that a red flash stabbed my eyeballs. On reaching the beach, he saw wounded men, who inspired the painting The Price. He said of one of the wounded men, his face was a half-bloody pulp, and the mangled shreds of what was left of an arm hung down like a stick. An event on the beach also inspired the painting The 2,000-Yard Stare. He later wrote about how he saw a Marine being taken care of by a corpsman in a shell hole on the beach. Lee later wrote, staring stiffly at nothing, his mind had crumbled in battle. His jaw hung, and his eyes were like two black empty holes in his head. The Battle of Peleliu made a lasting impact on Lee. James Jones, who wrote From Here to Eternity and The Thin Red Line, observed that before Lee went to Peleliu, his work was excellently done, but high-grade propaganda. Jones wrote, but something apparently happened to Lee after going into Peleliu. There is the tension of terror in the bodies here. The distorted facial expression of the men under fire show it too. Jones also commented on Lee's 2,000-yard stare. One of the most famous, of course, is the 2,000-yard stare portrait of a young Marine who has had all or more than he can take. The staring eyes, the slack lips, the sleepwalker stance. I've seen men with that look on their faces. I've had it on my own face. It feels stiff. Muscles don't work right when you try to smile or show expression or talk. Mercifully, you're out of it for a while. Unmercifully, down in the center of that numbness, though, you know you will have to come back eventually. With perhaps his most famous painting, Lee captured a phenomenon that has been going on in warfare since warfare began. The so-called 1,000-yard stare has been recorded since ancient times and was expertly captured by someone who saw it on the island of Peleliu during that terrible battle in 1944. These stories and more are retold in Joseph Wheelan's excellent book, Bitter Peleliu, The Forgotten Struggle of the Pacific War's Worst Battlefield. Links to buy the book are down below. I highly recommend this book. It's an excellent telling of this battle that deserves more attention. Now, to hear more about this fighting from someone else who was there, check out this video where E.B. Sledge, known as Sledgehammer, describes how a Japanese bunker was taken out with a flamethrower.